What's up, everybody? I'm in the Shake Liner right now. I did a video a second ago, but you know, it had so many stops and starts. I probably just trashed the whole thing. So this video is how I'm doing at Swift. It's been about 8 months right now. I mean, that light's probably about to change. Okay. How I'm doing with Swift and stuff. Is that the place I should turn down to get into? It is. I knew I should have turned down that road. It's okay. But I've been at Swift for about 8 months, I believe. And I'm not gonna lie, the first couple months I was questioning myself about what I chose to do. You know, I wasn't making money like I thought I would. I was going broke. It was bad all around. It was terrible. But that's when I was over the road. But like, I think I started out because like my first load I was supposed to take, like the very first load I had after I got off my trainer's truck. I got my own truck, and my first load was from Atlanta, or I think I was picking it up at the Walmart DC in Opelika, and I was going to run it to Kentucky. That was going to be my first load by myself. But I lucked out because something was wrong with the paperwork, and they canceled the load. But my driver leader told me that they needed drivers for Walmart freight, so I just went from the shipping from Walmart to the Swift terminal at Walmart DC, and I just got with them, and they started getting me some loads and stuff. I was doing that for I think like a month and a half, and then one day I started my clock. I was coming in, and they had nothing, and then I waited about eight hours or something. Like, no, I don't think it was 8 hours. I think it was like 4 or 5 hours. I waited, and then my driver leader, the one in Atlanta, the Swift terminal in Atlanta, my actual driver leader called me, and she was like, "Hey, so they took you off the Walmart account?" I was like, "What? No, they didn't tell me that." And she's like, "Yeah, go inside and talk to them." So I talked to them. They didn't call me or nothing. They just said, "Yeah, we took you off." No explanation, no nothing. So I called my driver leader back. I was like, "Yeah, they took me off. I need a load or something." Because I wasted like half my clock waiting for a load because I started early in the morning. So she found me a load. I went and did it. I think it was from like Alabama or something to West Rock. If you know where West Rock is, I hate West Rock, honestly. Oh man, I hate West Rock. Taking up from there. I think it's the paper rolls. I think that's what West Rock is. But like, it's not a good place. Like, if your trailer's not completely clean, you gotta get out of the long line that you're waiting in. You wait in line for like 30 or 45 minutes at least. And then you gotta go turn around and go sweep it out, and then get back in the back of the line and wait another hour or so. It's just not cool. You feel me? I don't like going to West Rock. I went there a couple times, but that was my load after I got released from the Walmart DC. And then, you know, I went around. I drove up to Pennsylvania a couple times from South Carolina. They kept me up in the northeast region of the U.S. for a good bit. And like my first month that I worked with Swift, I went from like, I think it was Pennsylvania. Thank you, car, for letting me over. I went from like Pennsylvania or something like that to New York, and like a lot of drivers are scared of New York. I went to New York twice. I think both of them were the Bronx. I think one of them was that little that food area that all the food comes out of. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But I went there, and then I went to another place. Both of them were that one. Yeah, both of the loads were that little food place in New York, and there was no parking or anything. But one of the ladies up there, she got an attitude with me. Like, one of the guards. People in New York don't know how to talk to anybody. Like, they're really rude from what I've seen. Oh, there's a Peterbilt up there. let me get back to it. But yeah, they took me to New York my first month out, or the second month out, or something like that. And like I caught hell. But I mean, I was able to do it. I'll go through New York again. I'm not scared of it. I don't know why. I mean, I see why drivers are scared of it, because they get flustered easy, I guess. I don't get flustered when I'm driving. Like the more crazy something is, the easier it is for me to keep my cool. I'm really calm under pressure. So New York's not a bad drive for me. It's just New York's not built for a 53-foot trailer and a 20-foot bobtail combined. Like they really need like 25, 30-foot max trailers, and you can get through New York easy. Or 48-foot would be a lot easier, because like there's one turn that I took in New York. Let me make this, don't turn yellow. Okay. There's one turn I had in New York, and I took it and I had to merge, and they weren't letting me merge, and it was a keep going lane, and I don't think my GPS took me to it, but I couldn't get out of it, so I had to take it. And like my trailer was riding on the bridge line, like on the rails. It didn't mess anything up, but it touched the rails. But I didn't mess anything up. I maneuvered it just enough to where it rode right along the rails. The trailer didn't get messed up, it just slid right along it. But New York's not built for a trailer at all. I got busted left, so let me go ahead and come up here. I thought it was the next one that I had to turn out, but it's this one. But yeah, Cordero Road. But yeah, I went to New York twice, to the Bronx. I ain't scared. I'll do it again if I had to. I don't want to, because there's not a lot of freight coming out of it like that, but I'll do it again. But yeah, they kicked me off. I did over the road again. After they kicked me off and I started doing over the road, they kept me in the Northeast, and they took me on a load from New York to Florida. I think that was my best load that I took. I can't remember how many miles. It was over 1,000 miles. So it was a two or 3 day trip that I had to take. And then after I was in New York, or after I was in Florida, they kept me there. Like they could not get me out of Florida for some reason. So I was doing like these 25, 50, 100 mile loads, and you know, it was just killing my wallet. Like I was not making any money. I think I made like $100 one week, and then I made like $250 the next week, and I couldn't pay my bills. My girlfriend had to carry my bills. And you know how bad that is, that I'm out for a month at a time, and I only have enough to pay my bills. I barely have enough to eat. That made no sense. So an opening came back up at the Walmart DC, and my driver leader told me about it, and she's like, we can get you out of Florida. I was like, take it, I'll take it. Get me out of this place. So I was able to switch over to the Walmart DC, and after like, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks of running with them again, the terminal leader at the Walmart DC was like, hey, you know, I want to bring you on full time here, and you'll get like, he ran it through me. I had like a meet with him before I started my clock, and it was like an hour meeting. He was like, yeah, I want to keep you on here. You know, you're a good driver, you deliver on time and everything. Yeah, take it. Okay. And we'll do it. And I was like, okay, go ahead, because he said you get 1 day off a week. You're Ryan, and then we'll send you home for that 1 day. And for the most part, it's been like that. You know, the last, like after, once I started getting into running the nights for some reason, they started forgetting that I needed to get home and stuff, and I had to keep reminding them, and they tried to make me do another run to where I wouldn't be able to make a doctor's appointment, which I missed like 4 doctor's appointments doing this, messing with them, because I set my stuff up to where I wouldn't have to tell them, because I'm supposed to already be home. So I set up my appointments where I don't even have to worry them about it. I just already at home, but I missed a couple of doctor's appointments because of it. But yeah, I was supposed to have the day off, all this stuff, and then they sent me with my set mileage pay, and then they told me how much I get paid per stop. I think it's like $10 for the first stop, and then $15 every stop after that, which I get like 3 stops usually on my loads. Sometimes I get 4 stops. So you're already looking at $55 or 45 or 40 or $55 a day extra just for my stop pay. Those people, I can't see those people at all, man. I don't know if y'all can see those people. I gotta tighten that up. I don't even know when that happened. I haven't been looking at my phone. Just whenever I looked over at those people, I saw my phone was messed up. But let me set my cruise control. I have a little bit of lead foot, and that's why I like cruise control. I just set it to the speed limit and let it go itself, so I don't have to worry about speeding. But yeah, they kind of been switching up on me. For the first little bit, I was loving it, but they've been switching up on me, and it's really been getting to me. It's really been making it cut in my pocket, and I don't like that. How I get so tired on my first day back in that I have to sleep after my first load, and I'm not able to get the second one in or started, so I can't really do anything. So that's cutting into me, and I haven't been able to go to Tennessee in a good minute because of it, because I guess they think I get too tired too easy. It's just because I'm up all day before they bring me back in. It don't make no sense. But yeah, so I've been trying to give them some leeway, but I've been trying to get home Monday nights and then have Tuesday and then come back Wednesday morning around 10 o'clock. If I could do that, I'd be perfect. I have enough stamina and everything to drive what I need to drive and get all my stuff done, but they haven't been doing that. So that's one thing I dislike about Swift a lot. It's bad. It's been really getting to me. Been really making me question if I want to stay with them or not. Them making me stay up a whole day and then come in at night because I can't sleep during the day like that. After I'm up type deal. So like I wake up at like 8 or 9, maybe 11. Like if I get in really late, I'll get up at like 11, but I won't sleep past that for the most part. Then I'm up from there until my actual 34 is up at like 5 or 6 o'clock, let's say. So they have me coming back in right at, like I have to start my clock right at 5 or 6 o'clock and then come in. So I'm up for almost, let's say like 6 hours or something, and then they want me to do another 14 hours. That's almost a whole day that I'm up, and it's not good. It's not safe for a driver to be up like that. I'm gonna shut it down whenever I get tired now. Like I was pushing through and I was getting really tired, but I was trying to do the load. I was trying to finish the load off, but they were making my safety score go up because I'd run over the line because I'm so tired. It's exhausted and it's not safe at all. So recently, this past week when I came back in, I did my one load. I got back in. I have like 4 hours left on my clock. You could start another load with that and just sleep at the next Walmart because I stay in my truck. I don't slip seat. But I was like, nah, I'm too tired. I can't do another load. Sorry. And I set my PTA for 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm up at around 9:30 in the morning. I set my alarms for 9:30 so I have everything done so I can start my clock as soon as I can. They call me at like 9:45 after I'm up, after it's already hot. I'm already sweaty. I'm not able to go back to sleep because of this. They call me. They're like, all right, we have a load for you at 5 p.m. I'm like, you have anything sooner? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay. So I'm up from 9 o'clock, 9:30 until 5 o'clock. And then they want me to run it. I was able to do my whole load that day. But like, I keep telling them that I want to do days. I don't want to do nights or anything like that. Like I hate starting my day at night because you can't really see the turns that you need to make. Like it's dark. Like it's really dark, and it's not even like they got me on these country roads, and sometimes I have to take a turn, and there's 2 roads right back to back, and I take it on the wrong one or I miss it because I can't see it. It don't make sense. I like driving days. I'm okay with the traffic because, you know, I'm good with it. Nights, you don't really have traffic, but I'm okay with traffic. Just let me work my days. Let me have my nights of sleep so it's cooler, so I get my actual sleep instead of being woken up every 30 minutes, 45 minutes because I'm sweating my booty off. Like, it's been really irritating, and I'm really questioning if I'm gonna stay after a year with Swift because of this. Honestly, this is just straight up. If you're trying to come to Swift, it's a really good starting company. I think they start you out at 42 cents a mile, which is it's better than most on starting out, I think. Because I think CRST, whenever I said it, I didn't know. Okay, so yeah, CRST, I think they were saying like 28 or 29 cents a mile a piece or something like that for team driving, and you're out for all this time. But like, I know some people that did CRST and they went completely broke, and they were getting miles. They were getting a lot of miles, and they were going broke still. And it just is mind-boggling. So I'm making like double what CRST makes almost. I think I'm at like 43 cents, 44 cents a mile, which, I mean, starting out is good. You know, that's a good starting rate for a first-year driver. So I'll give an update in a couple months on how I'm still feeling about Swift. Like, I got my year mark coming up in February, and you know, I can't tell you if I'm gonna stay or not. I guess you'll have to see. That's about 4 months away. So we'll see if I stay with Swift, or we'll see if I find a different way to truck. Because this is getting to me. Like, I haven't been able to see my daughter in a couple weeks because of the bull crap that they're pulling with my home time and everything. Like, I'm supposed to have 1 day off. I'm not supposed to have just a 34-hour reset off. No, it's supposed to be I have a certain day off, and I'm supposed to be home the night before, so I have that whole day off, and I come in the morning. That's how it's supposed to be. But I mean, I haven't seen the terminal leader in a good minute. I don't know if he's still there or if it got switched over to somebody else and he quit. I don't know what's going on, because I've been talking to somebody else recently. He's been the one that's been calling me and everything, so I have no idea what's been going on, and I'm gonna have to talk to him about it. But yeah, that's my update. That's what's been bothering me. I'm not getting enough sleep. You know, I'm not getting enough home. Pay's not good enough to be not home like this. Like, I don't. It's really starting to bother me. I found myself looking at other companies just out of a whim, and I haven't been trying to. It's just been happening, you know, organically. God, this person has his brights on. What's wrong with you? But yeah, that's my update on Swift. I wouldn't say it's a bad company, you know. We got good drivers, you know. There's stupid drivers everywhere that wreck and crash into things. Like, I caught a crash. It was an Epes, E-P-E-S. I don't know how you say it. Epes. It was a crash. He was pulling out of the, what you call it? He was pulling out of the truck stop. I pulled into it. I pulled into it after the crash already happened. But I think he T-boned somebody. Yeah, he T-boned somebody while he was coming out. So that means that he was not paying attention when he was coming out. But nobody made fun of him. But if you saw a Swift do that, you're like, oh, yep, of course. But I mean, honestly, like, we're probably one of the safest companies because they pay so much attention to our driving now because how bad the safety score is. Like, if you get caught texting and driving, you're automatically fired. You know, if you go over the lane too much, they get points, and if your points are too high, you're automatically fired. All this stuff. And like, my points were getting high because I was so tired because I wasn't getting my sleep that I needed. But now, you know, I put my foot down. I'm gonna bring my points down. I'm gonna get my bonuses and everything that I need to get to hopefully get more money. That's what I want to do. But dang, we're at the 20 mark already. But honestly, do your research before you drive Swift, or do your research before you pick any company. But our starting pay is like 42 or 43 cents a mile. And just make sure you're adamant on if you're over the road, make sure you're adamant, because you don't have to go straight over the road first. You do what I did. You can go dedicated first. Like if there's a dedicated near your house, you can do dedicated and you can be home every night and you can still make good money without having to ever go over the road. So, I mean, you don't have to automatically go over the road, but I did it for a couple months and I didn't really like it. I wasn't making the money that I thought I would. But that pretty much sums it up of how I'm feeling about Swift right now. On their rating, I would probably give them, with the loads that I'm getting now, it's a 10 out of 10 because I'm running. Like as soon as I need a load, they give me a load. You feel me? I don't have to worry about loads with a dedicated account because they automatically give it to you. I'd say with the home time, I'd give them like a 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. You know, if I was able to get the home what I wanted, like the Monday night, home Tuesday, and then come back at Wednesday at 10 o'clock, you know, I would jump on that, and it would be it'd probably be like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Not the best, you know. I wish I had weekends home. That'd be a lot better, but it's okay. And I'd say for them caring about the drivers, honestly, I would say it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Like, I don't really feel like they care about the drivers right now. I don't feel like they care about me. They just care about making money. You know, they don't care about my needs, my doctor's appointments. Like I've had doctor's appointments. I've missed a couple of them because of Swift. Like I was supposed to get home Monday night, and I had the doctor's appointment for 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and you know, I'd been able to sleep and I'd been able to have the whole rest of the day off to do what I needed to do. But they got me home at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and I missed the appointment because I fell asleep after working a 14-hour shift, being awake for like 20 hours. So, I mean, I feel like they don't care about me. They just care about the truck making money. That's it. And it doesn't really bother me. What else can I grade them on? Oh, on-road. I grade their on-road at about, like, I don't know how anybody else's is, but I mean, there's long waits on-road. Like when you break down stuff, there's long waits. So I would grade them at like a 6 out of 10. But like when you're over the road and stuff, like the weekend planners, I give them like a negative 5 out of 10. The weekend staff suck at Swift, honestly. So hopefully you get a driver leader that will, if you're going with Swift, you get a driver leader that will book you through the weekend to have you free on Monday so you can start again if you're over the road. That's what I would push for. Say, hey, I need something that gets me through the whole week. Stack your loads up. That's what you need to do. You need to have your whole week stacked up. But that pretty much sums up my video right now about how I'm feeling about Swift. Maybe I'm just having a bad experience, a bad go at it. So do your research before you choose a company. All right, now y'all, be safe out here. Bye now.